Hey everyone, Mr. Gray3IS here, and I'm back with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 modifications under $100. Now these aren't in any specific order. These are just my top 5, what I think are the best mods for under 100 bucks. And these are kind of like the best bang for your buck ones. There are a bunch of mods out there for $100, but these are the changes to the Lexus IS and a couple other Lexus models you can apply them to as well that I think are the best bang for your buck for under $100 or exactly at $100. Now stay tuned to the end of this video because I am doing a giveaway and you probably don't want to miss it. Now before we jump into the video, of course, per usual, I'll be leaving the links for everything in the description. Without further ado, let's get to this video. First mod is LED lights. So if you guys don't already know, these cars come with some halogen lights from the factory, including the front turn signals, the interior lights, as well as the rear turn signals. Now my rear lights are aftermarket, of course, but before I changed these, I did also change up my rear turn signals. So this modification is changing those halogen lights to LEDs. It's fairly simple. Like a lot of stuff in this car, it's just plug and play. You get your hand behind there, twist it out, and plug in a new one. Now my interior, it makes it much brighter at night, but I have LED up there, as well as if I turn it on, there's more LED there. There's also LED in the back, and you can change out these lights here with LED, as well as the lights under your mirrors that shine onto the ground, these little puddle lights. You can change those out for LED as well. All pretty simple to change out. It's just a direct swap. And of course, the front turn signals as well, which I have with these pretty cool LEDs from Last Fit. I have made a little Instagram video about them, but not a dedicated YouTube. And it's cool because the front of them are white, so it kind of makes the housing less orange and also doesn't blind the people in front of you. And then let me lock it real quick. Boom. It's a solid on and off, nice orange LED instead of that halogen one. I think the turn signals alone makes the car look less modern if they're not LED. So that's definitely something that I recommend changing out right off the bat. Now, a super popular modification that many people still ask me about to this day. I'm not currently running them anymore since I've gotten my new wheels, but 20mm wheel spacers. These are the perfect wheel spacers for stock wheels, whether you're lowered, bagged, or you just want to have some poke at stock ride height. I had them all throughout stock ride height on my RSR Super Downs, and then when I was bagged with my stock wheels. Now, depending on the tire size you have, when you're pretty low, if you're on bags or if you're on RSR Super Downs or maybe super low coilovers, you might need to run slightly thinner spacers, which little honorable mention then, I'll also throw the 15mm spacers link in the description. You might need to run 15mm spacers in the front or back depending on how meaty your tire is or how the design of the tire is. But with that aside, 20mm wheel spacers. I'll throw up some pictures and some videos on screen of how my car looked with 20mm wheel spacers. It brings the wheel out just perfectly flush with the fender, and it makes that stock wheel look just even more aggressive. This is even one of the first modifications that I did to my vehicle. It was my first time experimenting with spacers, and 20mm just happened to be right on the money. So that is the one that I recommend. This next one, you can do DIY, which will keep you under that $100, but if you want to pay someone to do it, it's going to cost much more. And that is a chrome delete. It makes the car look so much more aggressive. I'm talking about the chrome around the grille, the chrome around the windows, and I'm even gonna throw in with this mix a black roof wrap, because you can buy the vinyl for all of this if you get like 8 or 9 feet of vinyl, because the roof takes 6 feet and usually vinyl is 5 feet wide. So if you get 8 or 9 feet of vinyl, you can definitely chrome delete all of your chrome yourself. It'll take a little bit of learning, but it's a great time to learn how to wrap and get around those edges and use a squeegee and use a heat gun. If you buy the vinyl yourself, you'll definitely come in at under $100 and you can black out your car. It makes the windows look darker, and I recommend a roof wrap on pretty much every car color, I guess, except for black. It makes the car look more sleek. It kind of has the windshield and hood blend into one solid motion, and it kind of even makes the roof look like it has a panoramic sunroof because it blends in with your sunroof, and it just makes it look, I don't know, I love how it looks. And it really brings out, especially on white cars, it brings out these pillars right here, and I love it. I think a roof wrap or a black roof looks great on any color car. And the grille trim right here, it's actually fairly easy. This is one of the first times I practiced wrapping on this car, and this first time here is still on the car. It's not too difficult. You just use a heat gun and kind of move your fingers around it, and that's it. It makes your grille look more black. I've had people reach out to me and be like, hey, is your grille painted gloss black? And I just have to tell them no. I purely just wrap the chrome black, and it just makes the grille a little bit more darker. It even makes it seem a little bit bigger. While I'm on the topic, I'll throw this in the description as well. It's like 10 bucks, but the tint for the front emblem, it really blacks out the front end as well. So this number 3 mod of blacking out the chrome and blacking out parts of your car, definitely think it's worth it. Oh, sun's coming out a little bit, make the car look a little bit more shiny, show off the carbon fiber a little bit. I always love that. But next mod right here, you might have saw a second ago when I was talking about the interior, these door puddle lights. Now, it's a little hard to see when it's this bright out, but these are some crisp puddle lights. I'll throw a video right here of how it looks a little bit darker out with no direct sunlight, but these puddle lights are pretty cool. What they do is when you open the door, they shine a logo down onto the ground, and these puddle lights that I'll link in the description, they not only shine onto the ground, but they still include the normal LED light that would shine this way and give you actual light. And then they also include this projector logo that shines right onto the ground. Mine is the F Sport logo, like that on the fender, and it is fairly crisp and fairly bright when it's just not super direct sunlight onto the car. That's just one of those things that gives you that little luxury feature, and it's kind of a 2-for-1 if you want to make that light down there LED and you have a logo. Now, last but not least, there's so much variation when it comes to these, but painted calipers. This is a fairly easy DIY mod. It costs like 50 or 60 bucks to get the cans of paint for it. All you need is some primer, high heat paint, and some gloss clear coat. And a bonus if you get some high temp decals from eBay or Amazon. You can paint the calipers of your car any color you like. It'll bring out certain colors of your car. It'll maybe stand out from your car. You can even go the route of wrapping them with like reflective vinyl to have them glow at nighttime. But painting your calipers has always been one of my favorite things to do on any car because it really customizes it to the driver's preference. And I went right here with it looks a little bit red on camera, but it's actually like a burnt orange. I tried to kind of replicate the F calipers that you get on, well, like a GSF or RCF or anything of that sort. And I really like this orangeness to it. It's kind of the only bright thing on my car. Maybe it kind of goes with the reflectors, but especially since I've gotten these wheels, it really reflects off of everything, especially on shots like this. You can just see it all reflecting there, and it just stands out so much. And I think that painting your calipers is a very cool and cheap and easy DIY mod to knock out on a Saturday or something. There are, of course, a lot of other mods on my car besides these 5. And if you have any interest in them, please feel free to check out my mod list videos or my mod tutorial videos where I even show how to install some of them. If you have any questions at all on anything I mentioned, please leave it in the comments or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at gray_3is. I'm always on there, so shoot me a DM, send me some pictures, ask me some questions, go for it. Now, through all these mods that I've done, I think these are definitely the best top 5 ones that are under $100. Cheap and easy to do, and they even help you kind of learn a little bit of the ins and outs of this car. Now, thankfully, Lexus cars are pretty easy to work on, so I think you guys won't have too much trouble doing these mods. But before we end this video, let's get to the giveaway. Okay, here we are. Let me explain what these are. So right here are the LED turn signals that I have on my car. Here's the white tips of them that I was talking about in the front, and they are super clean, super bright. Very easy to install. You just unplug your old light, plug these in. These can be used on the fronts or back of the car. So these are exactly what I have on my car. And next up, we got a handful of these guys right here, which are the T10 LEDs. These are the lights that are used all throughout this car, under the mirror, inside the car, on your door puddle lights, in your trunk. These are literally all the lights that this car has that used to be halogen. These are what they are now, these T10 last fit LED lights. So these you can use anywhere. Maybe you can shove them under your mirrors or in your puddle lights, or one in the front, one in the back, and maybe one in the trunk. But I have 4 right here that I'm giving away, in addition to 2 of these turn signals you can use wherever you like. And if you end up getting these and you really like them, you can just get some more. I do have a code GRAY3IS that you can use at checkout to get some discounts off of stuff from Last Fit. But literally every light I have on my car now is from Last Fit, and they're great stuff. They last for a while. I have them on all my family's cars too, and good lighting. So to win these items right here, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to me, like this video, and my favorite part is leave a comment. Leave a comment explaining, if you have an IS, what your favorite mod on your car is. And if you don't have an IS, what is your favorite mod on my car? What is the one that you're like, if I had one, or if I were to put one on mine, this is what I would choose. something of that sort. I'm just curious to hear y'all's thoughts. I always like hearing your opinions and to kind of see how they clash or align with mine. So please leave a comment, subscribe and like, and you could win one of these. I will pick the winner for this in a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, and I'll announce it on my Instagram story as well as reach out to you. So if you want to make it a little bit easier, I'll try and hunt you down, but if you want to drop your Instagram or something of the sort with your comment, maybe at the bottom of it, that way I can reach out to you if and when you win. That would be great. But that is the giveaway for this top 5 mob video. So without further ado, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Mr. Gray 3IS, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Walking on